Associates. With us today, we have Joseph Loughran, our Marketing Vice President, and then we have our special guest speaker, Rob Petzel. Let me pick up the handset here. We're getting a little feedback. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Is this better, Joe?
Yes.
Okay, great. For your level, you know, we're always out there trying to figure out new ways to open doors, new ways to, let's say, tap into the senior market, new sales programs, new lead programs, lead generation tools, basically anything that will help you open doors and share your story. Obviously, our ears are open and we're all ready to hear about a new concept that ultimately will make us more successful. So, you know, we're out there every day trying to see what's new, what's hot, what's not. We're talking to various carriers. We're part of the NALBA organization. We're part of the LIDMA Association. You know, anywhere where we can pick up an idea or two, we try to constantly be out there in the market. So the long story short is Rob Petzel, who's also a personal friend of mine and everyone that works here. We treat him like family and vice versa. He's also our VP at Kansas City Life. And we've been with Kansas City Life now for about 5 years. And, you know, we're always talking, like I said, to our VPs and different associations. And Rob came up with some great sales ideas that I thought it was important enough that our agents hear about these great ideas with his products. I think everyone is going to walk away with some great stuff, or some great nuggets, I like to call them, and use some of these ideas in their everyday sales practice to generate, obviously, more income and sell more policies. So I would say between his sales ideas that you're about to hear about, their unique niche products that you're going to hear about, including the best return of premium in the marketplace today. They have a new index UL with, I think it's a 14.5% cap. You're also going to hear about that. An external term conversion program. Okay, that's huge. In other words, especially with, like, let's say the MetLife term and a few other term carriers, Genworth term, as we all know, this is a great time, a great place to open that door again and say, hey, we can convert this term to a permanent product with Kansas City Life without having to go through full underwriting again. So again, some great new opportunities, ways to open doors and ways to tap in to the senior market space. Okay, now using some of these products that Rob is going to dive into, you also have to keep in the back of your mind, all of the products from Kansas City Life come with the scholarship platform. They were our first carrier that jumped on the platform with us years and years ago. So everything that you're going to hear about qualifies for the scholarship platform on the life insurance side and on the annuity side from Kansas City Life. Also, I'm not going to steal Rob's thunder, but I'll mention a few more bullets that I think are very, very important. First thing, A-plus rated, been around for over 100 years, and one of the rare companies that's still privately held for the most part. So great stuff, family owned and operated. They're one of those old school carriers, very hands-on. You still get an underwriter to jump on the phone and discuss a case, which is totally different in today's world, as we all know. So some great unique stuff, and as you know, we have almost 100 carriers, but some of the stuff and some of the products you're going to hear about from Rob, we don't have anywhere else. So I thought this was important enough to share with our field today. So with that said, take out a pen and paper, jot down any notes, questions, comments that you might have, and we will answer all of your questions and handle your concerns. We can also get Rob either on the phone with you, or if we want to do a conference call or webinar training just for your agents, Rob is available for that as well. So basically, whatever we need, we can get him and the carrier involved. We're going to send out an email after the call to all participants, and we'll include all the brochures and everything that we're going to discuss today. Okay, let's move forward here. Okay, thank you, Joe. Okay, so the Levinson scholarship platform, and I'll just mention a few quick tidbits, and then we'll move forward here. So what we did, and as we all know, and I've been saying this for the last 5 minutes, is how important it is to open doors and how important it is to put a different spin on life insurance, okay? Everybody knows life insurance is not a hot topic. It's not something that the insured wants to talk about openly because, let's face it, the insured does not benefit, okay? Obviously, the policy doesn't trigger until the insured passes on, and their beneficiary obviously benefits, okay? Well, now you can put a spin on life insurance and call this, life insurance that triggers while you're still alive, and you can see little Johnny and little Susie go to a full 4-year university and get a degree and have a scholarship that's paid for 1 complete year because their parent or grandparent was smart enough to buy a life insurance policy and get that free scholarship included. So great new spin on life insurance, tons of value added here with our scholarship platform. And in my opinion, it's a really a no-brainer win-win. We now have over 10 carriers that are included in the program with over 100 products to choose from. And like I said, Kansas City Life was our first carrier that jumped on the platform. So kudos to Kansas City Life and Rob for making that happen. And when you hear about some of these great sales concepts, that combined with our scholarship platform makes for a slam dunk sale, and you're about to see why. I'm just going to go over a few statistics here. So as an active Levinson agent, you have access to the full platform, including marketing material, mailers, e-blasts. We have a website that we built that allows you to sit down with a client and talk about college planning, college funding, look up a certain college and talk about tuition and how much room and board costs and what the school is rated and what their specialties are. So it puts a whole new spin on life insurance. Now all of a sudden you become a college planning professional. Okay, so I hope you kind of see the direction that we're going here. We have a Professor 101 training series that allows you to go in and read all about college planning, college funding, know all of the terms used and what's a FAFSA form. We have email marketing that we put together, direct mail pieces we can co-brand with your name and logo. Basically, the list goes on and on. Everything is already done for you. There's no charge. There's no commission reduction. Your client doesn't pay any extra premium for being part of the program. Everything is available as a benefit of you being a Levinson agent. So I'm going to talk about a few of the facts there on the top, and then we're going to move forward, and Joe's going to take it from here. So just real quick, as you can see, the first statistic there is just under 7 million enrolled students currently into the program. The tuition reward points or scholarship is valued at $62 million plus. As of today, we have 378 colleges and universities in 45 different states. We're adding 2 to 3 colleges every single month. If you're local in South Florida, I'm sure you've heard of Lynn University, Nova University, Embry-Riddle. Those were all added recently, and they're big schools, okay? They're specialty colleges, but again, 1 year paid for, scholarship, free, no charge for your client, lots of value added. Okay, I'm going to say this last thing, and then Joe will take it. Think about this. You can say to your client who just bought a policy, even if it's $20 a month, okay, they still get the full scholarship platform. You can say to that insured, hey, do you know anyone else that would be interested in this? Do you know another grandparent or parent that would be interested in this kind of policy? Can you give me a list of names? And guess what? Every person that you give me, I'm going to give you an additional 500 points or dollars into your scholarship account for every single name you give me. And guess what, Mrs. Client? At the end of the year, each and every year, when you call me or email me to do a policy review, I'm going to give you another 500 points or dollars into little Susie's scholarship account. Do you think that's going to help keep your name in front of your clients and gain more referrals? Absolutely. Think about this last thing. If you host a webinar or meeting in person, okay, seminar, whatever the case is, everyone attending your meeting gets a $500 scholarship, even if they don't purchase a policy from you, and you enroll them in their own online account. That's huge, okay? Obviously, you know, the old school buffet lunch, you know, come for your free lunch, listen to me speak about annuities or universal life. You know, yeah, does that still work? Do people still do that? But imagine throwing in a $500 scholarship to everyone that attends without them having to purchase anything. There's value there. Okay, all of a sudden it's not just about the client, it's about their family, their kids, their blood relatives, even an unborn child the scholarship could be transferred to. So just keep that in the back of your mind when you're spinning, you know, typical life insurance. This is a new benefit that triggers while that parent or grandparent is still alive. Joe's going to take it from here, dive into a few more stats and facts, and again, take out a pen because you're going to have some ideas. You're going to probably think of some new ways to market this. Don't forget it, and we have a complete scholarship package that we can send you out. So just definitely jot that down. Joe will take it from here. Rob will come on in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Bill. One thing I do want to mention, I know Bill covered some statistics already, but when you see the size of the scholarship program, it is the country's largest private college savings program, and just looking at the numbers here, over 62.1 million scholarship points were submitted by all the member colleges. Like Bill mentioned, 6.9 million plus students. That's not a typo. 6.9 million plus have been enrolled in the tuition reward program. You look at that map on the bottom of the screen. That's actually showing you the number of colleges in every single state. Since this program was actually started in the Northeast, obviously there's more colleges there, but like Bill said, we're adding, you know, anywhere from 12 to 18 every single year. So right now we're at 378 member colleges. Something that's very neat, in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see that little tag. That's actually a picture that Bill took just to kind of show how easy the process is. A lot of the agents are using these tags that say, ask me about free scholarships, and you'd be very, very surprised to see the number of responses and questions that people say, hey, you know, what's with the tag? Can you tell me a little bit more? It just starts the conversation, and that's really the point of the whole scholarship program, is to not only start the conversation, but also really help those clients afford college education and knock down that price of college tuition. Bill mentioned earlier having you know, some great activity to reward clients, whether it be for referrals or initial contact. This slide actually shows you how easy it is for clients to actually earn tuition reward points. Of course, a pre-sale activity, a seminar, just having a conversation. You can advertise and give those clients 500 reward points. Purchasing an eligible product, Rob's going to go through some great products and some great sales concepts in a couple slides. That client's going to earn 4,500 reward points. Referrals, an additional 500 points. And then also year 2 and thereafter, automatically, this is happening behind the scenes in the scholarship program, that client's earning an additional 2,000 reward points every single year that policy reaches that policy anniversary. And of course, annual policy reviews, an additional 500 reward points. So the system was definitely designed to make it very easy, very simple for the clients to actually accumulate those reward points. In this scenario, without really any referrals at all, this client has close to 50,000 reward points, which they can redeem for a $50,000 scholarship. So we're not just talking a couple $100 here or there. We're actually talking really, really big numbers, especially if you look at the number of students that have college loans that are still paying off all that debt. Being able to reduce your loan by 1 full year of college tuition in the beginning and not have to take on that additional loan is huge, especially if you look at most students are taking out those loans to pay for college education. So I know Bill mentioned also in some great detail, all the marketing pieces are available on the website, including the Professor 101 training, the direct mail marketing pieces. Across the bottom, we have the listing of every participating carrier. Of course, some have some products that are uniquely positioned to give the clients a little bit more cash value or maybe a unique scenario with living benefits. We're going to dive into some of those products in a couple slides, but of course we will be emailing out all this information so you can actually dive in and take a look at the program. One thing I think is very, very important to do with this type of system is to make sure you have some sort of platform or process not only to track your clients, but also to find people. We can have the best marketing program in the world, but if we don't have a tool to get in touch with people, whether they're local or across the country, we don't get a chance to tell the story about the scholarship program and all the great products that come with it. And that's why we developed Agency Automator. And I'm going to hand it back over to Bill to give you a brief overview of exactly just how neat this Agency Automator platform is.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. So just think about this now. You know, we talk about opening doors, sharing your story, having people to talk to, right? Because that's when sales are made, obviously, sales 101. So now you're going to hear about a great concept from Rob that all prospects are eligible under age 60, okay? So let's say you're working that senior market, even 50 to 60, let's say. Okay, so you have your CRM tool now, Agency Automator, and remember we have the left side, which is built to manage all of your existing clients and prospects, to keep your name in front of them and know when there's a conversion or there's a, let's just say birthday, anniversary, whatever the case is. On the right side, that's your prospecting tool. That's where every month you're going to get 1,000 new prospects to tap into and market to with a name, phone number, address, everything that you need, all up-to-date information. So on the right side, that's your lead generator, and it's free. Okay, if you're active with us, you're writing at least $82 a month of business, which is nothing. Okay, this is completely free. So you get your 1,000 leads every single month. Let's say using Rob's idea, okay, which you're going to hear about. I don't want to spoil it. But let's say you want to go in for the end of this month and you have 1,000 names that you can pull from. There's a huge database with millions of prospects, and you put in Agency Automator, I want every client, male and female, between the ages of 52 to 60 that make this much income that fall into this criteria for Rob's great sales idea. Now the system spits out 1,000 names, emails, and addresses that fall into that criteria in the zip code that you want to work in. Okay? Now, using Rob's idea, you go out and market to them over the phone, through a mailer, through an e-blast, or all of the above. Then the whole point is, as soon as there's some interest, okay, you put them on the left side into the CRM tool. Now they're going to receive a monthly newsletter from you. They're going to receive your monthly insurance update from you, or whatever you want to call it. They're going to get a happy birthday email. They're going to hear from you every single month, like it or not. And guess what? When they're ready to pull the trigger on Rob's great idea, okay, they're going to remember you. And they're going to pick up the phone and call you or hit the reply button. So that's the big picture in how the Agency Automator works. That's just one idea. Now, obviously, you can go in and market to grandparents with grandkids, and you can use our scholarship marketing material and, you know, say, let's say we have a marketing piece that says for $28, you can buy a whole life policy for final expense and get one free year scholarship for little Johnny who's 3 years old, okay? And most grandparents that see that email are going to at least click to hear more information, because I don't know any grandparent that's going to say no to that kind of deal. So we have a bunch of various marketing material that we put together, all built around that same concept that I went over. But obviously, the marketing ideas are endless. And as far as you want to take this with long-term care, health insurance, let's say your securities license, or, you know, disability, critical illness, cancer insurance, we have all of the marketing pieces already built in, or you can customize your own. You can go as far as your brain will take you, literally, with the Agency Automator. Joe's going to show you a few more examples, and then we're going to dive into today's presentation.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So this screen shows you just actually what Bill was talking about, a great example of using some pre-made marketing campaigns that are going to drip market on your clients. This one highlights that scholarship program. We also have, I would say, probably close to 900, maybe 1,000 different templates from all different product categories, whether it's IUL or whole life or disability products. You can really click and choose and actually track who opens that campaign. The most exciting part about Agency Automator is that prospecting platform. So we mentioned today's sales concept, which is really industry leading for the senior market. I wanted to show everybody a quick example of just how easy it is to pull prospects and local prospects to actually market this concept too. So what you're looking at is a screenshot of Agency Automator. I've actually gone in. There's two databases, of course, the consumer database, the business database. When you combine those two, there's over 30 million different records you can actually access. So you can go in here and put in, clients within a 25-mile radius that have a net worth of 75,000 or more, that have children, that are married, and it will actually spit out the actual contact information for those clients. Not only the email address, because you're going to be drip marketing all different sorts of campaigns to them, but you can actually pull telephone numbers, physical addresses, all their contact information to reach out to them. I did a quick example here where I pulled different dates of birth within a 25-mile radius just of the office here, and I got over 15,000 qualified prospects. So then the idea is we're actually marketing a specific product to a specific demographic that's more likely to purchase that product, which makes the marketing and all the numbers look 10 times better than if I were just cold calling or just sending out to a random list of purchased email addresses. So that's really where the Automator shines. We do have some in-depth training where you can actually drill down on all the prospects and really use this system to grow your business. So a lot of great resources there. Again, like Bill mentioned, we'll be emailing everything out at the end of today's call.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Also, just know anytime, it could be at night, on the weekend, go to kerrylevinson.com. If you hover over Carrier Resources, you'll see Marketing, Carrier Resources. There'll be a Kansas City Life header, and all of the brochures, everything that Rob is going to talk about is right at your fingertips on our website, or once you're contracted, obviously you'll have full access to the KCL website as well. So everything is here, updated, and it's available for you and any of your downline agents. Okay, so we're going to dive into today's feature presentation. Now, Kansas City Life has a whole new look, a new feel, some hot new products, some new sales concepts. Rob Petzel, once again, a personal friend and our Senior VP at Kansas City Life, is here to dive in a little further. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Rob Petzel.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate the time this morning. Can everybody see my screen okay, guys?
Yep, we could.
Excellent. Well, again, my name is Rob Petzold. I'm the Regional Vice President for Kansas City Life. I get the pleasure to work with Joe and Bill and all the other folks at the Levinson agency. As Bill has said a couple of times, great friends of mine. Even very, very good business partners. We've got a great relationship working. And I'm always trying to find different ways to help them get Kansas City Life's name out there. We're not a big, huge company, not really well known unless you're looking for us. So we need these little sales concepts to kind of set us apart from the crowd and give us an opportunity to give you a new way to market within your practices. So I was working with our cashback, or our returner premium product, which is called cashback. There are two lines for the product. There's a 20-year and a 30-year product. And the sales strategy that I'm going to talk to you about today works on the 20-year product. Now, with our two products, the maximum issue age for cashback 20 is age 60. The maximum issue age for the cashback 30 is age 50. So we're going to be talking about cashback 20 today. And ultimately, what I want you to think about is look at this as an alternative to some type of final expense or burial plan or senior type market sales opportunity. Now, you can't sell it to 65-year-olds, which is when most people approach their senior clients about final expense. You got to start a little earlier. But ultimately, this is a great strategy to help the clients out. Couple that with the SAGE program, and I think you got a home run. So in this cashback sales strategy, this is a screenshot of our illustration software. And essentially what I'm doing is, right here I'm running the Cashback 20 product. I'm running it on a male 60-year-old. So I'm on the left-hand side of the screen with the highlighter. What I'm doing is I'm running a $50,000 final expense plan. Now, I know that that's big for final expense, but I've got to do that because that's the minimum face amount for our cashback product. So again, we're hitting a 60-year-old male, relatively average health. I'm running him standard non-tobacco, $50,000 in face amount. What we do then is, let me delete this stuff. What we're then going to do, I'm going to run the illustration, and we're going to, how come I can't get to my next screen? There we go. So here's an illustration on the male 60-year-old Cashback 20 product. And what I want to point out is this plan is $50,000 in face amount. So here's our $50,000 in face for 20 years. The premium for this policy is $144.95. Now that might be a little rich from most of your perspectives, but once I show you how this concept's going to work, you're going to see why I think it's a home run for your client. Now what's really cool about this cashback product is it's not your typical return of premium term. Our cashback product looks, feels, and smells like term. It's either a 20 or a 30 year. It's convertible to any Kansas City Life permanent product. The difference being is it's built on a whole life chassis. So what it does is it builds up cash value. As you can see in this column, at any point in time during the life of the contract, the client has access to that cash value if they like, just like if they wanted to borrow from a whole life or a universal life product. In addition, the client could choose to stop paying premium and get paid up insurance. And this is where this concept as an alternative to a final expense plan I think is going to work big time. So here we've got a $50,000 cashback product. At the end of 20 years, premium goes away. Premium stops. If the client chooses to do so, they can choose to take the paid up option, which here, and that doesn't look so good on my screen, so it must not look good on yours. What it does is it gives us a paid up option of $47,200. So it only drops the original face amount by $2,800. So at the end of 20 years, the client's final expense program is paid up. When you compare that to any other low face amount whole life or final expense program, the client needs to continue to pay premium unless you set it up originally as a 20 pay. They need to continue to pay premium for the rest of the life of the contract. So I think that's a huge, huge opportunity here where you can position this with your client and say, hey, for a couple of extra bucks every single month, at the end of 20 years, your policy is paid up. Oh, and by the way, you have choices. If you don't want the $47,000 worth of paid up insurance, we'll just give you all your money back. This $34,790, we'll write you a check. It's completely income tax free. And ultimately, you can go spend it on whatever you need. If client needs some money for some long-term care type coverage or assisted living, whatever their circumstance provides, they can access that $34,790 completely income tax free. Now, ultimately, this is what I really like about the product. So what I did was I put together a quick slide to just, let's compare it to a $25,000 final expense plan. So half the face amount. The final expense program we would be buying is $25,000. The Kansas City Life cashback product is $50,000. So here's what we got. When I ran some sample final expense premiums across a couple of different carriers, this was the range that I got. I got anywhere from $101.19 all the way to $125.01. Now remember, the premium for the Kansas City Life product is $144.95. So after 20 years, as I said, the premium stops on the cashback product. Now, let's say that the client chooses to keep $25,000 worth of paid up insurance. The $25,000 is 53% of the paid up option that's available at the end. So they also choose to get 47% of their premium back. So now we're giving the client two choices or two options or two benefits at the end of the 20 years. They're going to have $25,000 worth of paid up insurance, and they're going to get 47% of their premium back. 47% of their premium is $16,350. That's how much we're giving them back. Now, I divided it by 240, or the number of months that they've paid that $144 worth of premium. So hopefully everybody's following me. That $16,350 is the equivalent of $68.12 per month. When you subtract that $68.12 from the original premium of $144.95, your client actually paid $76.83 a month for their final expense plan that is now paid up 20 years later. It's the least expensive final expense program that you can provide your clients, given that they have the cash flow to pay the extra premium up front, and for the first 20 years, they had twice as much life insurance. I don't know of a final expense program that can allow you to be that flexible and have that many choices in the marketplace. I personally, I'm allowed to sell. My company does allow me to sell. I sell some insurance. I've worked my business through the Levinson agency. I don't sell a whole lot of final expense plan. But with the folks that I work with that do, they haven't heard of a concept that's this flexible. I think it's a huge opportunity for you guys just to put a different spin on your final expense sales. You can reach some people a little bit earlier, maybe at age 60 rather than 65. And on top of all of this benefit that you have with this product, you also get the SAGE program. How many grandparents, 60-year-old individuals do you know would be all over this simply because it's one of the least expensive ways to get them the coverage that they need, and they can provide a benefit to their grandkids? I don't think that there's a better way to really position this stuff. So hopefully you guys get the idea behind that concept. There's a lot of moving parts, so obviously you can contact Bill and Joe and all the folks over at Levinson. They can help you with it. And ultimately anybody in my home office in our sales and marketing department can also help you with this. Now, coupled with this cashback product, this cashback product is a huge product if you're selling term insurance. If you're selling term insurance to people under 35 years old, you have to look at cashback as an alternative. For a little bit less money every single month, or a little bit more money every single month, at the end of the term, the client gets all of their money back. Now, I know this screen is tough to read because it's fuzzy, but this is essentially the conversion program that we're running. Essentially what we're doing is we're allowing you to convert external term products to Kansas City Life Cashback without the clients going through underwriting. Bill and Joe are going to have access to all the details here, but there are some terms and conditions that you have to have. The policy has to have been issued within the past 24 months, so it has to be a relatively new policy. The policy's minimum face amount that you sold has to be at least $100,000, and the maximum amount that can be converted to this cashback product is $1 million. So it's that $100,000 to $1 million term that you sold in the past 24 months. Now, a word to the wise: most of you are producing and not running not-for-profit organizations. If you want to really leverage this program, make sure that you're outside the chargeback period for the term product that you sold. In addition, there is a list of carriers that we will convert from. Again, might be difficult for you to see, but all the big boys are on this list. These are the individuals that we will allow you to, or individual carriers that we will allow you to convert their term to our return of premium with no underwriting. We will be able to issue the policy once we get the policy information within 48 hours of getting the application from the client and doing the conversion. Really, really simple way for you to guys to go back to your clients that you sold term to over the past 24 months and say, hey, I've got an idea for you. Would you like to have the same kind of coverage for a little bit more every single month, not have to go back through underwriting, and at the end of your term, you get every penny of your premium back, and it all comes back completely income tax free? That's a huge story, really simple one to tell your clients, and one that they will understand, and provided that the premium change isn't so significant, I think it'll be a home run for you, and it'll allow you to drive some more revenue through your practices. Guys, that's more or less what I have in terms of a sales idea with the cashback product and an opportunity for you guys to make more money in your practice. If you have additional questions about the cashback product, obviously direct them to all the marketing folks over at Levinson. If there's any need for you to get in touch with me, the folks there know how to do it. I appreciate your time today. I look for an opportunity to work with you guys.
Rob, do you want to mention real quick just some bullets with the IUL?
Sure, I've got that as well. Yep. We've also just rolled out a new Compass Elite IUL product. It's our second IUL product that we've got on the platform now. We created this product because our original product was a little weak in terms of target premium. We all know that target premium drives commission to agents. So this product has come extremely competitive in terms of target premium and cash accumulation for the IUL marketplace. So if you're marketing IUL, here's how Compass Elite works. There is a fixed account. The guaranteed rate is 1%. It's currently paying 4% in the fixed account. If you're doing any lump sum type business, you can dollar cost average out of the fixed account into the indexed options over a 24-month period. There are 3 index account options inside Compass Elite. The first one is an annual point-to-point with a cap. Our current cap here is 11.5%. It's running right around industry average. It might be about a half a point lower than some of the competition. We've also got annual point-to-point with a participation rate. Our current participation rate is 65%. Now, I failed to mention the index that we use is the S&P 500. Our IUL is very, very simple. One index, just so it's easy to explain to the client and easy for you as an agent to understand and how to sell. Here's where Compass Elite kind of steps itself up from a lot of the competition. We've got an index account option C. It's got a buy-up provision. So what it does is it allows the client to buy up the cap. They can buy up the cap all the way to 14.5%. Last I checked, and it was sometime last week, this is the highest cap in the industry. I think there may be one other carrier that also has it. They also have a buy-up to do it. What you need to be aware of is in order for the clients to get that 14.5% cap, there's a charge on that index account option of 60 basis points. So at the end of the day, the cap is really a net 13.9%, which still makes it the highest cap in the industry. This product is going to allow you guys to compete really, really well with all of the big IUL providers out there. I think what you're going to see that's different with Kansas City Life is that we keep things really, really simple. You have access to your underwriter, as Bill mentioned earlier, and ultimately it's just another carrier to put in your quiver, so you're not always presenting all of the same carriers. It gives you an opportunity to look at different carriers, and then ultimately this index account option is going to get you higher caps than most of the competition. Bill, if there's anything else you want me to add, I certainly can. Otherwise, those, I think, are the high points of Compass Elite.
Yep. No, that was perfect. And I will say, using Rob's idea or not, that return of premium product right now is the least expensive in the industry. So definitely some great niche products. I absolutely love, especially some of the whole life, the IUL tied into the scholarship platform makes for a win-win across the board. So, all right, that was great stuff. Rob, thank you very much. Great job as usual. I'm just going to mention a few other things, and then we're going to end the call. So we're going to be pretty short today. Some of the upcoming trainings, very, very important. The Agency Automator, that's where you get your 1,000 leads per month. That's going to manage all of your day-to-day business, your calendar, basically everything at your fingertips. If you were to go out and purchase a system like this, okay, just look at like Salesforce, which is not designed for an insurance agent. It's just a basic CRM tool. You're going to spend anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to get it activated, hundreds of dollars per month for maintenance and usage fees. Agency Automator is free, and it's designed for the insurance agent. Even if you're running health insurance through there and it doesn't fall under Levinson, it's okay. But the point is, take advantage of this. We already put all the dollars and resources in to build this for you, so take advantage. If you want to just brush up, take a look at it, jump on any one of those webinars. They're live, and they're actually hosted by the main developer every Tuesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, if you want to see what's coming up for the week, just jump on our website. You'll see it'll say training calendar. That's where we list all of our webinars and trainings, and you can register right from there. Right under that is Agency Automator Plus. Okay, the Plus version is the same concept as Agency Automator above, okay, but that's built for recruiting agents. So instead of the way Agency Automator works, where you go in and you pick and you get your 1,000 prospects every month, Automator Plus, you go in and pick from various agents across the country to build your downline and become a GA. Okay, so that's Agency Automator Plus. Those trainings are live every Monday and Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. If you want to become a GA, use all of our tools, all of our sizzle, but build your own downline. That is the #1 tool to get that accomplished. We also have all of our marketing material built into that tool, so you can take, let's say our scholarship marketing piece or lightning term, we can co-brand it with your name, logo, information, and then you e-blast it out to thousands of agents to help build your downline and recruit. So same concept, one's built for you, the agent, one is built for you, the general agent. That's simple. Right under that, Phoenix, awesome living benefits built into annuities. They have a great program over there. That training is on the 16th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the last button there, long-term care EAP launch. We have some great new LTC alternatives Thursday on the 22nd, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then let's just say you're home on a weekend or late at night and you want to brush up on some of our past webinars or trainings. You can log into our website, click on archived webinars. We have a complete library of training, and I mean, you can dive into anything from, how to write an e-application to scholarship to selling online and social media integration and marketing via social media, anything that you want to talk about. We have over 200 on-demand videos at your fingertips, and me and Joe hosted most of them, so they're done well. But really, dive in, take a look around, and if you have any questions, let us know. The whole point, and we are committed here at Levinson, okay? I like to call it laser focused. We are committed to help you to build your business, give you all of the products, technology, support, commissions, everything that you need to become a successful life insurance agent, okay? And we're not going to stop there. It is our mission, okay, to be #1, and when we feel like we're growing every day. In fact, little sneak peek, I'm not even supposed to talk about this. The July issue of Insurance Newsnet magazine, we were picked as the #1 life insurance IMO, the fastest growing life IMO in the country, Levinson and Associates. You'll see me on the cover. I couldn't do it without our team here at Levinson and you, our agents. So we are very, very proud of that. But again, it goes back to what I was just talking about. Joe, if you can go to the last slide here. We are committed and laser focused to help you grow your business, and we're not stopping there. Okay, Rob will tell you, Joe will tell you, Kerry, my father, who sits 20 feet from me, he'll tell you, I don't stop. My foot is on the gas every minute of the day trying to figure out what is going to help our agents make more sales. If that's on the life side, long-term care, annuities, it doesn't matter. We're not going to stop. We have 11,000 agents now in almost every city in the U.S. Okay, we were just awarded by Insurance Newsnet fastest growing life IMO. Hopefully next year we'll be the top life IMO. We're not going to stop here, and I hope our agents have the same mindset, and that leads into our motivational quote of the day. We'll end with this. Hard work is the price we must pay for success. I think you can accomplish anything if you're willing to pay the price of hard work, dedication, and commitment. And I feel like when you're committed, you are unstoppable. There is nothing that will hold you back. So let me get off my rant here. I just can't stress it enough to stay positive, stay focused, have the good energy, because your clients feel that on the other side of the phone or on the other side of a table or a kitchen table. I promise you. So with that said, have a great rest of the day, a great weekend, great selling, and once again, thanks to everyone who attended today's presentation. Good selling.